Good morning, good morning. This is Pierre Laguerre here, your daily motivator, here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you this morning on episode 358. So let's go for it. 358 this morning, and I'm ready to drop some wisdom on you this morning as you're listening. This episode is titled Secrets Are Not for Everyone. So first, let me start by saying that wisdom is not cheap and freedom is not free. And what I mean by that is that so many times we have access to wisdom and we have access to ways that will bring us freedom, but so many times because we are afraid, we do not choose the path. So for me, to tell you a story, it started in 2013 when I started a side business because I was tired of the corporate lifestyle. And I started a side business because I was not happy about certain things that were happening in my corporate life. But it is quite simple because what I was looking for was freedom at the time. But what I came to find were people who had attained that freedom, but they were paying a dear price for it, meaning they understood what the price was and they were willing to pay that price. But yet I was at a place in my life where I was not yet ready to pay the price for freedom. So in the same way, I want to invite you to join me this evening to get on a webinar with me where I'm actually going to spill some secrets. I'm going to share some things with you. If you plan to learn how to run your own business, leveraging the internet world, or if you already have a business that you want to more or less move over to the online side and take advantage of some of these things, I'm going to share more with you on how to take advantage of that, because I know many of you are looking at me and saying, wait a minute, here he is, he's taking care of his children. How is he doing this? We know he no longer has that six-figure job that he was, gallivanting all over the place, all over the U.S., running left to right, doing that job. What exactly is he doing that is giving him that kind of sustenance and is able to live in a place that looks like a resort? As one of my friends, a few of my friends actually have said that to me, man, you live in a resort. What's going on? So what I'm going to share with you tonight on this webinar, they're going to be things that you will discover are not necessarily that difficult. But like I said at the beginning, wisdom is not cheap. You're going to have to spend some time to listen. You're going to have to take the time aside, regardless of how high you think you've gone so far. There are still certain things that are wisdom to your life, things that you can apply to your business right now, whether you're in sales, whether you are an engineer, whatever you're doing. For me, as you know, my passion is really my children first and foremost, and then after that is business, marketing. But here's the thing. Sometimes in my life, I went down the wrong road when I came to a fork. And the choices I made a lot of those times were not necessarily the best choices. But guess what? By God's grace, I learned something powerful when I went down that path. And I learned things that I did not expect to learn. And you know what? It's a great thing, because even though you went down the wrong path, God can still use it in your life and teach you things. So this is the point I want to bring you to. Maybe right now, you're working a 9 to 5 and you're saying, man, I want freedom. I want out. And what I'm going to tell you is this: the 9 to 5 that you're working, do not despise it, because maybe while you're there and maybe while you're working under a boss, you are learning things that are important for the business you're about to launch. Maybe you have a book in you that you're supposed to write, but because you are on this 9 to 5, you're learning the lessons. And you know what? So many of us despise our 9 to 5. Listen, for 25 years, I worked my 9 to 5 and I loved it. And I can tell you this, there is a time, of course, where your entrepreneurial spirit takes over and you know you're destined for greater things. But really the greater can start getting achieved right there on your job, because there are things that you're supposed to learn that in your integrity, things in your intrinsic value that you bring to the table, you will start understanding those things and you can walk around knowing what it is you carry. So maybe you have some skills and talents and you want to convert those into a business. So let me warn you, it's not easy to transition from one mindset to another. It's going to take work. And this is why, people that go in network marketing, they understand the most important thing they can do is personal development. Personal development is nothing more than taking your mind from a place where it used to be, focused on how do I get up and serve my boss, my job, to now how do I get up and serve my clients at an even closer space, if you want to put it. Because a lot of times when you're on a job, you're somewhat shielded from the clients, unless you are in sales or in support. You are basically dealing with requests from the job. But when you go out as an entrepreneur, now you're dealing person to person on a much more detailed level. And the steps you make, the things you do, can easily cause you to lose out in terms of relationships. So it's important for you to understand that building your business, starting your own business, is not necessarily for the faint of heart. Everybody can do it. But the point is, most people do not, because they don't have the heart to deal with folks and understand that criticism and everything that comes, and learning to be on time, learning to work in integrity, learning to follow through. All these things are important for you building your own business. So if you want the freedom lifestyle, understand that it's not free. The freedom lifestyle requires work. Now, here's something that I've learned. Entrepreneurs understand that they're going to burn the midnight oil early on. And really what they're learning is that going from working 5 days a week to working 6 days a week. Now, don't go 7 days a week because you need a break. If you're out there and you're an entrepreneur and you're working 7 days a week, stop it. For me, I got to spend time with my children. I got to do different things other than just focus on work. Yes, we work with clients. Yes, I work 6 days a week. But you know what? I also take time out. I'm living on a beautiful island in paradise, and I have to take time out for my family. I have to take time out for myself. And I'm telling you, the future is not going to be rosy if you don't take time out, because what happens, you wear yourself out. So my point again is, if you join me on this webinar tonight, when you join me, I'm going to spill some secrets for you to live the entrepreneurial lifestyle that you desire. And maybe you have a business, and the business really is a job that you've bought yourself. You've gone from having a 9-to-5 to now owning a 9-to-5. But you need to build freedom in what you're doing. You need to understand your goals are greater than just work, and money. Entrepreneurship, again, let me give you the definition. An entrepreneur is nothing else but someone who discovers opportunities and problems and puts in place people and processes to do the work. Notice, the entrepreneur is not the one doing the work. That's why you see the best entrepreneurs usually are running companies, big companies, or they are venture capitalists. They're investors. They understand, look, I'm going to invest in this, but I'm expecting a return. But they don't invest in things they don't know or don't understand. So in the same way, before you go out there and start a business or increase your business, trying to grow your business by every means necessary, you need to find out simple ways, wise ways to do it. And that's why I'm inviting you to my webinar tonight. I'm going to share with you how you can build a business on the internet, what currently is the most profitable, how to position yourself so that you can attract the most clients. If you already have a business, how to grow that business. We're going to go and look at some of the key ways to do this, because these are things that I've shelled out tens of thousands of dollars on my side to learn. And I'll gladly make it available to you on this webinar. So listen, while you are sitting here right now this morning enjoying this podcast, first of all, I want to thank you for listening all the way out this far. I want you to go ahead and review this podcast on Spreaker. Subscribe to it, of course. And I'm going to come at you from the standpoint of business a whole lot more. I'm going to challenge you, challenge your mindset when it comes to business, definitely inspire you with my stories, and most importantly, motivate you to take action. So this is Pierre Laguerre, your daily motivator. I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. Go ahead, the link that's underneath, I want you to go to it and register right now. It's Pierre Laguerre. I'll catch you on the next episode. Enjoy.